Walk into a chicken coop on a hot, still afternoon, and the first thing that hits you is not the heat. It is the air. Thick, sharp, stinging in your nose. That ammonia smell that rises up out of the bedding when the sun beats down and there is no breeze to carry it off. The birds are panting, holding their wings out from their bodies, standing still because moving makes it worse. That same heavy, stale, stinging air settles into a closed-up bedroom in summer, into a sick room, into a back room that never gets a cross breeze. Hot and stale and not good to breathe. My name is Elias Yoda. I am Amish. I farm in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, and I want to show you something today that costs about $7, takes 15 minutes to put together, runs on nothing but water and a little moving air, and does two things at once. It cools the air coming into a space by a few degrees and, this is the part most folks do not know, it cleans that air at the same time. It pulls the stink, the damp, the ammonia right out of it. It is the same material they put inside the expensive air machines they sell for $300 and $400, doing the same job sitting in a tray for the price of a sandwich. It is charcoal. Not the kind you cook with. I will be very clear about that in a minute because it matters. A particular kind of charcoal, damp, with air moving across it. Today I am going to show you exactly what it is, why it works, how to build it in 15 minutes for any space, a coop, a barn, a stuffy bedroom. And I'm going to be honest with you about what it will do and what it will not, because there is a great deal of foolishness told about this, and I would rather you trust me than be impressed by me. There is one real safety point you need to hear too, and I will not skip it. Stay with me. Let me start with the two things going on here, because it is really two tricks in one, and understanding them is the whole game. The first trick is cooling, and it is the oldest cooling there is. It is evaporation. You already know it in your own body. When you sweat and a breeze moves across your skin, you feel cool, because as that water evaporates, it carries heat away with it. Water cannot turn from wet into vapor without taking heat along when it goes. That is just the nature of it. So anytime you move air across a wet surface, the air comes out the other side a little cooler than it went in because it left some of its heat behind in the water it dried off. That is why a wet sheet hung in a doorway cools the room behind it. That is why the old folks set a damp cloth over the butter crock. Move air across wet, get cool. Simple, and it has been true since the beginning. Now the second trick, and this is what makes charcoal special. Charcoal, the right kind, is the most porous thing you will ever hold in your hand. A single small handful of it, if you could unfold all the little tunnels and pores inside it and lay them out flat, would cover an area you would not believe, bigger than this whole room out of a piece you can hold in your palm. It is riddled through and through with tiny passages, like the most complicated sponge ever made. Two things come from all that surface. One, it holds a tremendous amount of water for its size, and it gives that water up slowly as air moves through it. So it is a wonderful wet surface for that evaporation cooling I just told you about. And two, here is the part the expensive air machines are built around. All those little passages grab hold of the bad things floating in the air. The smell, the ammonia, the damp, sour, stale compounds. The air moving through the charcoal does not just come out cooler, it comes out cleaner because the charcoal catches and holds the foulness as the air passes through. They have a word for it, adsorption, the stuff sticking to all those surfaces, but you do not need the word. You need to know it pulls the stink out of the air and holds on to it. That is exactly why they put this same charcoal in water filters and in the air machines folks pay hundreds of dollars for. You are getting both jobs, cooling and cleaning, out of one $7 tray. Now I have to stop and be very plain about which charcoal, because if you get this wrong, you will waste your money and it will not work at all. You want what they call activated charcoal. It is sold as little loose black granules, and you will find it cheapest in the pet section, sold for fish tank and aquarium filters. A bag of it runs about $5 to $8. You can also buy it as horticultural charcoal for gardening, or the kind sold for air filters. Any of those is the right thing. Activated charcoal, that is the word to look for. What you must not use is the charcoal briquettes you cook with on a grill. That is a completely different material. It is pressed together with binders, it is not riddled with all those little passages, and it will not cool or clean the air the way the activated kind does. Do not grab a bag of barbecue briquettes and expect this to work, because it will not. Activated charcoal, the loose black granules. That is the one. Here is how you build the basic one, and it truly is 15 minutes. You need a shallow tray or pan, a baking pan, a plastic storage tray, a wooden box with a bit of plastic sheeting laid in it, anything that holds a layer of the granules and lets air move across the top of them. Spread your activated charcoal in the tray in a layer, an inch or two deep. You do not need it deep, you need it spread out so air passes over plenty of surface. Then you wet it. Pour clean water over the charcoal until it is good and soaked all the way through, and let it sit a few minutes to drink it in. Then tip off any extra water that pools in the bottom. You want it wet like a wrung-out sponge, damp clear through, but not sitting in a puddle. Puddled water does not move into the air. Damp charcoal with air across it does. And you give it moving air. The very best spot, and this is the part most folks get wrong, so listen close, is right at the opening where outside air comes into the space. The window where the breeze comes in, the doorway, the vent. You set the tray right there so that every bit of air entering the room or the coop has to pass across that damp charcoal before it reaches you or your animals. A tray sitting in the middle of the room on a table does almost nothing. The cool, damp air just rises and mixes and you never feel it. Set it at the intake, in the path of the breeze, and now every breath of air coming in is cooled and cleaned on its way through. That is the difference between a curiosity and a system. If you have a little breeze from a window, that will do. If you want it stronger, a small battery fan, and here is where a man with a bit of solar like I showed you can run a small fan off the sun. Aim to pull air across the tray makes it work harder, but it is not required. A good cross breeze through the window does the job on its own, no power at all. That is the whole build. A tray, a bag of charcoal, some water, set at the window. $7, 15 minutes. Now here is the one real safety point, and I will not skip it because it matters. Damp charcoal in a wide open breezy space, a coop with its vents, a room with the window open and air moving through, is perfectly safe. That is how you are meant to use it, and that is how all the good comes. But you must not seal a big bed of damp charcoal up in a small closed room with no air movement and then sit in there with the door shut. Wet charcoal, in a sealed-up space, can slowly pull the good air, the oxygen, down out of a stuffy closed room because of how it works. So the rule is simple, and it is the same rule that makes the whole thing work anyway. This is for spaces with air moving through them. Open window, open vent, cross breeze, a coop that breathes. Never a sealed, shut-up little room. Keep the air moving, which you want for the cooling regardless, and you are safe and you are doing it right. That honesty is worth more to me than any clever trick, so I say it plainly. Now let me tell you where this really shines, because it is not your main living room on the hottest day. I will be honest about that in a minute. Where this earns its keep is the coop, the barn, the hutch, the stuffy back room. A chicken coop in high summer is a hard place. Birds do not sweat the way we do. They cannot shed heat well, and heat troubles them badly. They start to suffer when it gets up into the high 80s in there, and it can turn deadly when it climbs past 100. And on top of the heat, you have that ammonia building up out of the litter, stinging in the air, hard on their lungs and their eyes. It is a real welfare matter, not just comfort. Now picture a frame of damp charcoal set right in the vent opening of that coop where the air comes in. Build a shallow box from scrap wood, open on two sides, line it with screen or hardware cloth to hold the granules, fill it with activated charcoal a few inches deep, and set it in the gap where the breeze enters. Every bit of air that comes into that coop now passes through the damp charcoal first. It comes in a few degrees cooler from the evaporation, which matters a great deal to a panting bird, and it comes in with the ammonia and the stink pulled out of it, because the charcoal grabs those compounds and holds them. The air your birds breathe is cooler and cleaner both. For a coop in a heat wave, that is not a small thing. That is the difference between birds that suffer and birds that come through. Same idea for a rabbit hutch, a dog's kennel, a stuffy corner of the barn where the animals shelter. Same idea for a sick room in the house where you want the air gentle and clean and a touch cooler. Set the charcoal at the intake, keep it damp, keep the air moving. Cool and clean, both at once. Now I have to be honest with you about the cooling because this is exactly where I see folks oversell it, and I will not. The cleaning, the pulling of smell and ammonia and damp out of the air, that works no matter what, wet climate or dry, and it works well. That is the strong, reliable part. But the cooling part has a partner it depends on, and that partner is dry air. Here is why. Evaporation only cools when the air has room to take on more moisture. In a dry climate, out west, in the high plains, in a dry air heat, the air is thirsty. It pulls water off that charcoal fast and hard, and you get a real, satisfying drop, several degrees, enough to feel plainly. But here in the damp east, and worse down along the Gulf and the humid south, the air is already half full of water on a muggy day, so it cannot take much more off the charcoal, and the cooling is gentler, maybe a couple of degrees, not a dramatic plunge. So let me set your expectations honest. In dry country, this cools noticeably. In humid country, the cooling is modest, a couple of degrees, but the cleaning of the air works just the same everywhere. I am not going to tell you a $7 tray of charcoal will cool your whole house like a machine in a Mississippi August, because it will not, and anybody who tells you so is selling you something. What it will do, everywhere, is clean the air and take the edge off the heat at the spot where the air comes in. Know what it is for, and it will serve you. Honest is better than impressive. And one more honest word, the upkeep, because it is part of the truth of the thing. The charcoal dries out. It works by being damp, so you re-wet it each morning, 30 seconds with a cup of water, or it is just a dry tray doing nothing. And after a month or two of catching smells, the charcoal fills up and slows down. But you do not throw it out. You spread it on a tray and set it in the full sun for a good day, and the sun and heat drive the caught compounds back out of it and freshen it up, ready to work again. One $7 bag, re-wet daily and sunned now and then, lasts you the whole season. Now I want to take a moment because this is the part that matters, and it is bigger than a tray of charcoal. Think about what you are sold to cool and clean your air. The air conditioner runs all summer, every summer, and you pay for every hour of it on the electric bill. The air cleaning machine sits in the corner, $300 or $400, and it wants a new filter every few months that you buy and buy again. Each one of those is a fine machine. I will not say they are not. But each one is also a thing somebody sells you once and then sells you again every month or every season. The power to run it, the filters to feed it, the repair when it quits in the worst week of the heat. And here is the quiet truth. The thing inside that expensive air machine that actually catches the smell and the bad air, it is this same activated charcoal, the very same material. They put it in a plastic housing, give it a brand name, and sell you a fresh one 4 times a year. You can buy the same charcoal loose by the bag for a few dollars and set it in a tray at your window and freshen it in the sun for nothing. It is not a different secret. It is the same material with the expensive part, the housing, the brand, the recurring sale, stripped off. That is why you have not heard of this. Not because it does not work. It works. It is the same stuff doing the same job, but because there is no money in a bag of charcoal in a tray. Nobody can sell you a monthly filter for a tray you freshen in the sun. Nobody can put a brand on a window breeze. The knowledge is not hidden in a vault. It is just quiet because quiet does not sell. The expensive version shouts. The $7 version sits there and works, and only the people who never stopped using the simple things ever remember it is there. We use the simple things because we have to, and because the simple things do not fail you in the worst week and do not bill you every month. A man who can cool and clean the air for his family and his animals with a tray of charcoal and the breeze through the window is a man who needs to ask no one's permission and pay no one's bill. That is the whole of it. So here is what I want you to do going into this heat. Get yourself a bag of activated charcoal, the loose black granules from the pet aisle or the garden section, $5 to $8, not the barbecue briquettes. Spread it an inch or 2 deep in any shallow tray. Wet it down good, pour off the extra, and set it right in the window or the doorway where your breeze comes in, not in the middle of the room. Keep the air moving through it. Re-wet it each morning. If it is your animals you are worried about, build the little screen-faced box and set it in the coop vent or the hutch opening where the air comes in, and give your birds and your rabbits cooler, cleaner air through the worst of it. And remember the one rule: air moving through always. Open window, open vent, cross breeze. Never sealed up tight in a shut room. Tell me in the comments below, what are you going to set yours up in? The bedroom, the coop, the barn, the camper? And if you are down in the humid south, tell me what kind of drop you get, because I have told you to expect it gentle there, and I want to hear what you find. I read every single one of these, and what you all report back